Goody sticks. There we go. Oh fuck. Hello, hello, hello. Not late. Just started late. No, it's much better than I normally do. Okay, so only 11 minutes after 12. Let's get started. Oh, I have to take. Which Killzone? Shadowfall? Because the 60 frames looks good, but it's 1080p 60 frames. So compared to everything that you've been playing that's natively on your PS5, it probably doesn't look as good. Still looks better than most games. There are some games that on a PS4, if they would have got a pro patch for resolution, PS5 would have automatically boosted in the 60 frames. So we would have been better. Okay. Let me hop on camera here. Where are we at? Where are we at? Blueface. Okay. So, whenever that special fucking day is, it's probably gonna be 2 fucking occasions. Let me show you. You know, not this shirt. This shirt's fucking dope. But you know, like, in all these superhero movies, you got, but shape up. Get that and get all of it. But you know, in the superhero movies, right? You know, like they have that second scene in a superhero movie where there's like an outfit or armor or a new outfit, like superhero uniform or whatever, and it's like you wait till the second half of that movie to put that shit on. I'm not wearing what's inside this bag. I'm not even gonna open this fucking bag until the PlayStation event is confirmed, or the fateful day that PlayStation All Stars Part 2 is confirmed. Unless that fucking happens, I'm not opening that. I got lots of shirts and shit like that. I'm fucking good. Unless this gets a Part 2, or we get the fabled release date for the PlayStation event, I'm not opening what's in that bag. Tomorrow I get a check. I'm gonna use that check to start the process of my retro gaming. Meaning we're not just gonna be taking a retro look at the PS3 and some games, just a few games. I'm gonna make sure that our quality is very high, so nobody will have a problem. So let's get back to what's important. Today we're talking about our main topic is Psychonauts getting Game of the Year. I want to just go over the resume, but I might wait until we get 30 people in here because I don't want to repeat myself that many times. But at least let me get the source of the article of where Xbox fans are echoing this sentiment that it is Game of the Year material already, right? You have to get a statement like that from somewhere. Xbox fans are not that fucking stupid. They like mature games. They like shooting games. That's why they gravitate towards Halo. That's why they gravitated towards Doom before the acquisition of Bethesda. I had already saw people putting the Doom guy and Halo in the same image. They like muscle-bound shooting superhero types. They don't like indie style games. They don't like games with platforming and looks like it's for kids. They don't like games like Psychonauts. Don't ever allow these idiots to try to convince you into believing that they are supporters of games like this, because we know they're not. Games like this have never sold on Xbox. Games like this have never been played by Xbox fans. They don't play them. They don't celebrate them. Don't run around bragging about them. They don't. So they got it from somewhere. They got it from Windows Central, which is another name for Xbox Central, due to the fact that they favor Xbox a lot. And I mean, really, that's all their sections are. This is what I see right here. Best laptops, best graphics cards, best motherboards, best antivirus, best VPN, Xbox Series X, and that's really it. That's what's on their website. So it's a PC style Xbox site for all things, I guess, related to Windows. And that would include Xbox. So of course they favor them. So this is where the article came from, and this was yesterday. Yep, this was yesterday. Let me go post the link so you guys can get it. And once we have 30 viewers, I'm gonna start to cover more about the Psychonauts thing. I actually got blocked yesterday because I was not one of the people just brainwashed by the fact that Psychonauts look like fucking dog shit. What's going on, EDM? How you doing, man? True Witty is here. I can't tell you what's in the bag, man. I cannot talk about the shirt. It is, again, think about a superhero movie like Batman. Like, you watched multiple Batmans. You see Batman Begin, he has that one outfit, but then in a sequel they give him a much better version. Yeah, that's my best, one of my best versions of what I am. So it is a JaytechTV shirt, and when you see me in that shit, you know when I'm on camera, you know it's going down. So you see me with that fucking shirt, that means we even have the PlayStation event or PlayStation All-Stars has been confirmed, or I have information of a confirmation for both of those two. Right now, everything is speculation. What's going on, Games for Turner?
Shit, man, working. Yo, before I stay here, you don't hear any music in the background, do you?
No, not that I can hear.
Okay, good. Just double checking. Don't need no copyrights.
So, speaking of copyrights, let me get my controller real quick. Okay, here we go. So, as you guys know, this is Dreams. I did search around before we started up, so again, we didn't have to go through the long process of going through the Dreamiverse. I did search Psychonauts. This was one of the main things that I saw. Now, this looks very similar to Psychonauts. I think this is based off of Psychonauts 1, not 2. So if you was to say the art style, it's all right for Psychonauts. So yeah, let's give it Game of the Year. That's literally what I've been hearing. Don't compare it to Ratchet and Clank. Don't compare it to Kenna. It has its own unique art style, and it should get Game of the Year because it has its own unique art style. It's not meant to be realistic, right? Okay, that's cool. So, Dreams had its own unique art style, and before people started creating masterpieces or remastering games that already exist and just making people's heads explode, I did not hear any sympathy from the Xbox community about art style. I never heard any sympathy for Dreams for art style. Dreams went on to be sitting at a 91 and a 90 for a very long time before it was bumped down to 89, which is still higher than Gears 5 and Halo 5. It is a fucking masterpiece. It has already received multiple awards, including Game of the Year awards. It is up there because you can create anything. You hate on this game, you hate on gaming, and you hate on gaming, period. That's as simple as that.
Jay, Psychonauts will never win Game of the Year.
So we got it. Something not right. Oh, they went back to controllers. I can't move the fucking controller. Hold on, I don't know how that happened. Oh, there it is. I gotta push the L2. Okay, so at least. Fuck! I keep going into the wrong shit. My fault. I'm going into the wrong shit. I'm not trying to go to any of that. I'm trying to go to my fucking playlist. So that's my remote control's not that far. So as you guys know, this is my playlist. I've been building it since the alpha of Dreams. It's literally my favorite thing to do is to collect some of the best creations and put them here for anybody that wants to follow me. You follow me and you got access to a pretty amazing library of some of the best creations and Dreams, right? So I can't find anything that looks as shitty as Psychonauts on my Dream. And I'm dead serious. Like, my playlist does not have that. Maybe Minecraft, but Minecraft does have its own unique art style. Like, I can actually justify that. Psychonauts could still look similar and have more detail. They did the same shit with Ratchet and Clank. That is Ratchet and Clank. The continuation from 2016, they added a shitload of detail. It is not realistic. They just made sure a lot of detail was there. There's nothing about Ratchet and Clank that's realistic. Two fucking space cats with a robot that talks and shit are traveling through the fucking multiverse in some way, fighting another robot that met another robot. You know, like, it's not realistic. Ratchet and Clank is not realistic. So when I showed Ratchet and Clank compared, I'm gonna click something real. I don't know what to fucking click. Anything can really shit on it. Okay. So
man, yo, the damage control is hilarious. It's like they literally have a pitch meeting. Like, okay, this is what we're gonna tell.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? That's the thing. It's like, hey, what are we gonna do? Like, do we just you know, do we accept it, or do we just, you know, what do we do here from this? Like what do we do? Like, do we attack it? Do we ignore this game? Do we pay attention to the game? Like, what do we do?
What you can't really do anything to it.
Okay, so here we go. So when you first saw Dreams, right, you probably never thought somebody was gonna make a Gundam in that bit. Okay. So I mean, it has its own unique art style. They could have made a better looking what's the name? But if you heard me talk about Dreams before, it's all up to a meter. The meter is bigger than anything that we saw on Little Big Planet, so you can make three-dimensional objects, and they can look really, really good. But again, Dreams has its own unique art style. It's up to you to mold and shift that to whatever art style you want. So you could literally make something that looks like something else. That's not looking like anything that is supposed to be in Dreams. And that's why Dreams is so awesome. So, yes, Dreams has its own art style, which Xbox fans attacked. But when they saw stuff like this, they didn't attack it anymore. If I was to go over, I want to go on over to, let me just go to, there's a gun around here somewhere on this fucking, there we go. If I was to go to the machine guns, right, that somebody made with the Dreams art style, and you zoom all the way out, and it starts to look like a gun, and it has this laser, and it has this bullet, and it's shiny, and it has this fucking scope, and it has the red dot. Like, you're like, oh my fucking god, they made that in Dreams? With Dreams art style? Yes, they did.
Yeah.
So you can't use an art style as an excuse for something looking like shit. If it looks like shit, it looks like shit. You can't blame the visuals on the art style. You can have a great art style and put more detail in it. That's all we're saying. We saw a unique art style with Ratchet and Clank. It did not differ from the 2016. They just added a huge amount of detail. Real simple.
Yep.
It's really, really simple. Again, I'm showing this off to let you guys see that Dreams has its own weird art style. A lot of people looked at it, they was like, I don't know. When I kept seeing it, and I got in that alpha, and I think it was Adam and Boca Loca to pitch that to me. And it was like, hey, bro, this is what's going to happen. I was already going to be on board because it's Media Molecule, but I needed to see what other people could create. Because that's the power of Media Molecule's games. It's what the other people inside the PlayStation community can create. When you see them being able to make fucking masterpieces like Metroid Prime, I was all on board.
Jay, I got another game you could throw out there too to compare it to. Concrete Genie.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that game has a really quirky art style.
Concrete Genie.
Good, bro.
You know what? I was thinking about that the other night, and I was like, I feel real bad about not having that game in my PlayStation All Stars list because he was in Astrobot. So yeah, he was in Astrobot, and I never added him to my fucking what's the name at all.
Ah, damn, yeah.
Yeah, it sucked. I never added him. The good thing is, I got the platinum for Concrete Genie, meaning I should. This is a prime again, really good shit. Games for Eternity. Thank you so much. This is probably a paint a better picture. Paint a better picture. That's not on this. Yeah, it will paint a better picture of art style and what that means, and being able to show good graphics and good gameplay.
But here's the thing: Psychonauts versus what you call it, that game, right?
Exactly, Henry.
That game is
art style is a fucking crutch. The fuck? Nintendo fans were just using it the other week. That was so funny about it, bro. They were using it for Zelda, and they still went out and brought it. But I don't see that shit happening. Again, we have something really deep to talk about when it comes to. Did you hear? You know what we're about to dive into. I think we should kind of like get it out the way. Yeah, I think we should knock that one out. Where's my phone? So, we're really here to talk about Psychonauts being $60, it looking the way it looks. However, there's more. And I give a big shout out to the people that I fuck with on the Twitter community. You guys are doing great. Adi, or Adi, and that's OTI. You know, he been fucking up Xbox fans with the House of Feel commentaries that he does, and I really love that shit. Just speaking straight. Yeah, he speaks straight facts, bro. You gotta watch his videos. So I got it in my there it is, my Twitter. There we go.
I don't know the history of this guy. But Jez77, he goes off on Xbox and on Xbox.
Right? Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he goes off on Xbox. I don't know his history. He looks like he's just starting a channel, but he's been going off on Xbox for a long time, and I'm not sure where it comes from, but it's nuts. He's nuts.
So I'm gonna go post something in the red alerts, but it was already there. So just go take a look at it. We're gonna read off this together, and we're gonna break it down together.
All right, what's going on? Red alerts. Where is that?
It should have been. I should have just posted it.
It's posted. It popped up.
Okay, so
it's popped up.
Let's look at Concrete Genie. Let's break down art style. Right.
So 1080p 30. Wow.
So the weird thing about Concrete Genie, I only hope I got the save data for this bitch. Oh, save data. Upload. Damn,
hold on.
I don't think I got Concrete Genie saved on my shit. So I will have to start the whole shit over. But I guess it's alright. I kind of like at the end of the game where the game lighted up and shit, you know. And it had its own shit, but it was still dope in the beginning, I think. Again, Pixelus is another studio Sony owns, but most people don't know that. they are working on something big, something that's gonna take the visuals to a whole new level. But I think this game, it went under the radar with what it looked like.
Hold on, is this for Psychonauts?
Yeah, that's for Psychonauts. We're about to break that down in a little bit.
Hold on, I'm confused here. They counted the Xbox One X, right? But the Xbox One S is still there. Why is there not anything for that?
Okay, I think you're missing something.
No, I'm looking. I just don't see the Xbox One S.
The S,
Not the X.
the One S,
the S
is not gonna be on that
Yeah.
list because it's just an Xbox One. It literally is just an Xbox One. It has the same internals. They just renamed
Okay,
it.
never mind.
Yeah, they just
All right, fair
renamed it.
enough.
Yeah. So you see the PS4 and the PS5 and the PS4 Pro, right? See what they did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see exactly what they did.
Yeah. And then you go over to the HDR. You see what they did?
Yep.
And you
there's none.
and then you went to the VRR. You see what they did also.
Yeah.
And then go to specifics. See over there. You see what they did with the 1080p and the 120 hertz. See that?
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So the game better look good on Xbox outside of art style. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna allow them to play at, let's just say they're playing at 1620p, and then on Xbox Series X you're playing at 2160p.
Hey, I got 120. I got 120 frames TV that better look freaking good.
Man, what they got 360p textures on that game, bro?
Well, that's the thing. I highly doubt they have the textures to match the resolution or even any of the other stuff.
Because the texture is like a 360 game, bro. It's horrible, or less.
But let me put it this way: y'all see this art style, right? This art style is a PS4 game. This PS4 game came out years ago, but it looks better than fucking Psychonauts. It looks better than Psychonauts from a smaller team. But how? How is that possible?
The developer is better, Jay. That's why. It's talent. It's talent versus power. That's the difference.
Exactly. You expect a bigger studio to produce more. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So you expect a bigger studio to do better visuals. These visuals might be better than or the same than Psychonauts in some people's eyes, right? In my eyes, because I know where the art style and the lighting goes and the reflections and all of that, I played the game. It is really beautiful. So I understand where it's going to go. I understand how good it's going to look. You don't have to blame your graphics on the art style. So the way the game looks, yeah, you have a unique art style, but you can still put attention to detail on this and that. And again, Double Fine is not a small studio.
Hold on. No, Double Fine is not so small studio, but I just realized something. Is this meant to be their showpiece? Because that's the first game that comes out this year for them.
The first official Xbox game?
Yeah.
It would probably be their showpiece. So let me just break this down to you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Psychonauts runs better on Xbox. It has more options for 60 frames and 120 frames per second. It has higher resolutions than PS4 Pro and PS5. The PS5 version is just running on the PS4 Pro. The only boost that they say on that chart is 60 frames. So, long story short, we're sitting up here and I'm scratching my head to the game not looking good, right? But the game not looking good, but then it has good resolution. But Ratchet & Clank look good and it has good resolution and frame rate options. You see what I'm saying with that? You see where I'm going with this? When I got to the combat section, I was like, oh shit, that was pretty dope. Well, actually, when I got out of this, I don't remember fondly because I traveled. I was moving around the town, so. I can't color her shit. Bro, this boy can't color her shit. It is my fault. Oh my goodness. Now, I think this game is like 3-4 years old. So I'll go do the research real quick. How old is Concrete Genie?
Genie, years old. Initial release.
Okay, so Concrete Genie is a 2019 game, and it looked like this. Very similar to that of Psychonauts. It has a very unique art style. I heard Xbox fans say, oh, it has a Tim Burton art style, and because of that, it's alright for it to look that way. Again, I remember the same Xbox fans saying, oh, Concrete Genie looks like shit. Oh, Dreams look like shit because of their art style. But now we're supposed to ignore how there's no detail on Psychonauts. Yeah, and that they have a bigger studio compared to Pixelus. They're more well known compared to Pixelus. They produce more games compared to Pixelus. They should have been on the same path as Insomniac, where you already have it down when it comes to gameplay. You know how good the gameplay is going to be, right? But you can go above when it comes to the visuals and the attention to detail. Because you already know how you want the game to look. We'll just amplify on the details. Don't expect to be zooming in on Psychonauts and getting good amount of detail. Don't expect that shit. All your shit's gone, bro. You just got two fucking the front and the back. Okay, so this is where the game starts to get out of the storytelling phase and then let me run around once I get up there. By the way, this is all in game, so obviously it's all in game with the visuals. But from a small studio like Pixelus and being able to see what they were able to do, because I didn't know of them. I didn't know Sony even had them, but it was when I started playing this game. You know, obviously I picked it up because it was exclusive. I wanted to support it, and it was a smaller studio. I really wanted to see what they could do. After I beat the game, at the end of the game, I was like, oh my god, if they just get a bigger budget. And again, they're already a PlayStation studio. They can get a bigger budget on their following game. They're going to shock the world. Okay. So again, remember, game is 2 years old, smaller studio than Double Fine, which makes that fucking. I already forget the fucking name of the game. What is that? And Psychonauts. It's a forgettable game, right? They're hyping up a game that hasn't came out for a while. The kicker is it was nominated for Game of the Year in 2005, but it was beat out by Battlefield 2, which means it's coming out the same year as another Battlefield. Now, again, we know first-person shooters don't win Game of the Year anymore, especially one without a campaign. So, in a cluttered year, there's 3 major first-person shooters. As far as single-player story-based games, you're dealing with a lot of competition. let's say Horizon gets delayed until next year. It's a possibility. Let's be honest. I don't want it to happen, but it's a possibility. So Horizon gets delayed until next year. You still got Returnal. You got Ratchet and Clank. You got Kena. You got Fist. You got a lot of PlayStation exclusives that I believe could be contenders for Game of the Year. Definitely Kena. Definitely Returnal. Not so much on the story side, but just on we need a game for Game of the Year. I don't see them giving it to Zelda because it's just a HD remaster. Again, you see this art style, you see the game. Oh my goodness, look at that! It's looking better. Grass is good. Again, if you have a unique art style, it doesn't mean you have to have a shitty looking game. You can have a unique art style and do as good as you possibly can. You're making your game for more than capable platforms. Remember, this is a PS4 title. Okay, this is a PS4 title. So we're expecting a certain level of graphics and detail. We know with this art style, it's going to be different. Double Fine has way more money to make their game look like 10 times better than this. But they chose not to. No, I ain't playing through all this shit.
We're gonna give Double Fine a double fine.
I mean,
making that game look that bad, bro.
Well, okay, so this is also what I want to do. So they were nominated for Game of the Year in 2005. Battlefield 2 beat them out, or Battlefield Bad Company 2 beat them out, something like that. Then we're looking at a scenario where they did end up with high 80s, but never went to 90s on Metacritic for the original game. You know how that is when you have games that I feel are anomalies, one shots, like a Psychonauts, which has been remastered or multiple times and still sit around a higher 80, but not being able to scratch that 90. This sequel, coming after so many years, can end up at a similar score of high 80, or it could drop below the high 80s and go somewhere to a 70s or a 60. This is a high profile game. It's a high profile game because Double Fine is known in the universe. Microsoft owns them, and it is their first Microsoft first party game, let's just say. You can't call it exclusive. It's on PS4. It's available to play on PS5. And yeah, I just expect a little bit better from those visuals. And it's really sad that we couldn't get, you know. I hope the Xbox fans support it. I'm telling PlayStation fans, do not support it. I don't want you guys to support it because they did not make this game with PlayStation in mind. If they did, Microsoft told them to scrap those plans and just give them a base version. They don't want a head-to-head comparison when it's a game that they are creating with their first-party studio. So, I can understand why they don't. You know, this was pretty much a PlayStation Move title, but sadly enough, Yeah, bro. This game was so fucking, especially towards the end where he got combat ability. This game. If you see this game on sale, if you want a good heartfelt Pixar style story, I would definitely recommend this game. You know, it's beautiful in its own right for a lower quality game.
Yeah, it's a very fun, relaxing game, bro. Like,
yeah,
I picked it up a couple months back.
Yeah, when this game came out, I ran through it. I couldn't put it down. I wanted to know. I was like, bro, is this it? Nope. Kept playing. Is this it? And it just kept getting better. Like, you know, you learn more abilities. It had some nice charm. And then, again, towards the end, you got that combat. And I was like, oh, shit. Oh, they can do combat? This is just not an artsy type of game? I was blown away. And the way the story wrapped up, I was like, man, whatever goes down, Sony needs to keep them and give them a budget. This is one of those studios we got that most people don't know we got. Look out. Again, look out. This was a good game. Got some awards behind it. A good review score. This is what PlayStation does.
Yep, they're gonna drop something. They're gonna drop something hot, bro. This right now, they're a sleeper studio right now, but they're gonna be big eventually.
You got Tim Schafer's studio though with Double Fine making what is it, Psychonauts. I keep forgetting the fucking name. I don't know fucking name. I keep forgetting that name, and I forget that.
I guess.
What's going on here? Look at that. Do y'all see that? Bro, every time I keep seeing booty. It's booty all over the fucking place, bro.
What? Where is it?
On the fucking YouTube, bro. They said that's in my recommended.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, man. It's booty all over the place. We talked about that shit. Oh,
yep.
You know, I talked to you about them adding Ariana Grande instead of like Megan Thee Stallion. Like Megan Thee Stallion was just on Sports Illustrated. Like this bitch had like a thong and a G-string on, and the ass was all over the place. So
my God,
I'm pretty sure they're not ever, like I said before, they're not adding Megan Thee Stallion because of her shape. She is not gonna want to be in that game if they compromise her shape because she is her shape. So of course, go add Ariana Grande where you don't gotta fuck around with the shape because the shape of your female character models are basically flat and you're fucking good. Deathloop got an official pre-order trailer. They are really trying to push people on this Deathloop. Let's go watch it. They want this game bad. They really want this game to sell. Like I said, bro, they gonna bring this game out, give it to them for free, technically, on Game Pass. They're not gonna have to pay a dime for this, and they want us to pay like $50-something at the lowest. Nah, bro. Do it look nice? Man. Yes. I'm happy saying I'm picking it up so I can play it, but I would not pay for it because I know what they're gonna do later on, and it's pretty fucked up when you think about what they're gonna do later on. You know,
I'll just pick it up one day after I forget about it.
If this game is like super cheap later on, like next year, oh yeah, I'll pick it up.
I'll pick it for like $15 to $20.
Yep.
Yo, speaking of Game Pass though, bro, is Psychonauts on Game Pass? I have no clue.
Yes. It's a $60 game, but it is going day and date to Game Pass.
Okay, I figured it was. All right.
Yeah. They're not gonna play it. They're not gonna buy that.
So that's why they're championing it because it's going to Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, not buying that motherfucking game.
Did you see one of those conversations I had on Twitter with that guy, bro? Like, what the fuck?
They really, bro, I'm looking at this shit. They really want people to buy this. And I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just I'm against buying any game that is made by Microsoft Studio, especially seeing what we got to deal with Psychonauts, which a lot of people over here wasn't going to pick up anyway. But now we're coming to find out that, oh shit, they fucked the PlayStation community over with Psychonauts because we're not even getting a PS5 version, but they're getting an Xbox Series X version. Like, that's pretty fucked up. They don't even have to pay for it. We gotta pay for it. You're only giving us the PS4 version, and the game don't even look technically that fucking demanding. But
like, if they're gonna do all that, just don't even put it on our console.
That's what I'm saying, bro. A lot of people were saying that. Jabari, Persona 6 Humor, they were saying the same thing, bro. Keep that shit over there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just keep that shit over there. You do not fucking. We don't need that game. Okay, what's going on? Is Fract demo launch trailer VR? Oh, that's a place. I want to look at it. I want to see what a lot of VR titles been looking. Okay, still VR title. Oh, I remember End Dreams. It has nothing to do with Dreams. End Dreams made a lot of content for PlayStation Home back in the day, including I think a few games. So it's really nice to see them take off as an independent developer that's making their own types of games. They're still working with PlayStation, so it's really nice to see a remnant of my past still around, which we don't normally see. Again, this is a VR title. Seems to be very action oriented. Looks a lot like a Borderlands type of experience. Huh. I really want to get a VR. Next time around I will. This next generation of VR, I will be there day and date, bro. But I couldn't justify it even now because I know they can do better than this. There's VR out here for PC to look way better and could do better. So, did they introduce console gamers to VR? Yes, they did. I'm really excited that they did that. Okay, so here you go. The demo is currently out. So if you have VR, the demo is currently out for Fract. It's basically a VR version of Borderlands. It looks like you and ski and shit down a mountain. Lots of guns, really nice guns. And they have a digital deluxe edition. Yeah, they said pre-order and play 72 hours early. See, they need to really hammer that down when it comes to digital games. I would really love them to start allowing us to play like early. You get the digital version of a game or a digital deluxe version of a game. Allow us to play that shit early. So not bad when it comes to them showing off what I believe to be 2 timed exclusive games. So not bad right there. I know I'm gonna be picking up a good amount of games in my cart tomorrow, but I do want to go search for Psychonauts. Again, Psychonauts is being celebrated as a Game of the Year contender by Windows Central. It was echoed by the Xbox community, but it's not realistic. There's a lot more competition this year than Psychonauts had to deal with during the 2005. So this will be some nice homework to do, bro, to see what games came out in 2005. Let me go contact the chat. Sorry for ignoring you guys. Oh, that's. I know that, you stupid Google.
I know Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 05.
Oh!
I was all over that, bro.
Oh, fuck. The Psychonauts has some competition. What games came out in 2005?
God of War 2 came out, I think, that year, too.
Are you fucking serious?
I think so.
The fuck? Devil May Cry 3 came out in 2000? Oh, shit, bro. What? Okay, here we go. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. Okay, so Battlefield 2 won, right? That was the winner. That because, again, remember, the 360 age, starting in 2005, ushered in this renaissance of first-person shooters. Everybody and their mother was creating a first-person shooter until people got tired of that shit and they started adding RPG elements to their action-adventure games, and here we are. But Devil May Cry 3 came out in 2005. Obviously, Psychonauts. Resident Evil 4?
Oh, Resident
Evil 4?
What?
Conquer Live and Reloaded came out. 50 Cent Bulletproof came out. Oh my goodness. Call of Duty 2 was out that year. Time Splitters was out that year. Animal Crossing was out that year. I think on a GameCube. Mercenaries, if anybody remembers that game, that was pretty dope. Unreal Championship 2 was out that year. Dead or Alive 4. Burnout Revenge, Burnout Legends on the PSP that year. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I think the Chaos Theory, that's what it was called. Let's see what else was out that year. Oh my goodness. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2 was also out that year. Matrix Path of Neo. That was a dope ass PS2 game. Quake 4. Destroy All Humans came out that year. Perfect Dark Zero came out that year. Let me see. Anything else? There's a Castlevania game that came out that year. Wow, I didn't even know that. There was a Banjo-Kazooie game that came out on the Game Boy Advance that year. It's called Banjo Pilot. Ever fucking knew that? Yeah, it kind of made sense that Banjo was added in Smash Brothers because I didn't even know they had an additional game. I know they had Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, but I didn't know there was one on the Game Boy Advance. I mean, really, Nintendo is just stupid for letting. I mean, you could have sold off Rare, but it kept fucking Banjo. But I think Nintendo was like, oh well, we already have a platformer with Mario. We don't need Banjo. You never know. Could have just had him added to the Mario games. Really missed the opportunity right there for Nintendo. It was a pretty fucking stacked year. I'm trying to figure out how. 2005 Game of the Year nominations.
Here's information from Ars Technica.
It was nominated, but it wasn't nominated. God of War was nominated. Call of Duty 2 was nominated. World of Warcraft was nominated. Fear was nominated. And Resident Evil 4. What was the game of the year of 2005?
God of War. According to some information I found on Wikipedia.
That fucking what's the name wasn't nominated. What? It was nominated, but it wasn't nominated for the game of the year. The game of the year that year was God of War in 2005. The fucker. Okay, Psychonauts was nominated, but was not in the nominations for the real game of the year. So again, you can disregard my my previous statement. Psychonauts was nominated, but not nominated when it came to the game of the year. Let's see. So they allowed Rad Brad to play through Psychonauts 2 with gameplay. So we will be able to take a look at that gameplay. As you guys know, Rad Brad, Dramatic hates that guy because he plays like a dumbass when it comes to video games. But we're only going to be looking at his video to see the gameplay. See what the graphics look like. Okay, I don't care what you say. About to multitask like a motherfucker right now. Okay. Here we go. So we're just gonna play it a little bit safe by just having it on this screen and see. Oh, we just saw that dude. Yeah, we just saw that guy on Dreams. Somebody recreated him. Which was so fucking weird. Because I don't know shit about Psychonauts. I know of it, just never played it. Like if I like Tim Burton, right? I like his movies, or the movies he's been a part of. I will watch those movies. I will not play a game that is similar to that style. Tim Burton does not work on this movie. He did this game. He did not do anything with this game. Yes, it has a weird style, but again, you still could have had more detail. You can't sit up there and say the art style is the reason why you don't put effort into the detail that's there. that could be. So look, you see all that shit behind them? Now remember, the game is 4K, 60 frames per second. They have a mode for 4K, 120 frames per second. Is this game nothing but resolution? Should it have detail? I guarantee you if Ratchet and Clank didn't have detail on that area right there, Digital Foundry would have ripped it apart. We know that Ratchet and Clank is good because Digital Foundry was ripping it apart, but they couldn't find anything. But if it wasn't good, they would have did the same analysis. They would have been zooming in on the tail and the fur and the eyeballs. They would have done all of that anyway. I guarantee you they don't do it with this. I guarantee you they don't do it with this. Again, there's just no excuse. The world's most powerful console can't make detail out of this game. Why? I'm not understanding it, man. Verge Brizzle getting Deathloop. I want you to spam the internet with pictures. I don't believe in supporting it. That's just my stance. I don't want anybody to take that stance unless you feel the same way. That's just me. Okay, that's my opinion. I do believe it's going to be a solid game. I don't have anything bad to say about Deathloop. I'm really excited that they're using a black male and female protagonist. The guns look good. The graphics look good. They're using the Kraken engine compression technique to get the game all the way down to 17 gigabytes. So if you do buy the game for whatever price you do, you're not spending a lot of memory on it. So that's really good.
Yeah, the game looks cool. I'm definitely just gonna have to wait it out because it ain't worth my time right now. Yo, but I know what I am gonna be playing though. That
What?
Chris Tales, bro. I went ahead and picked that shit up.
Chris Tales.
Yeah, that new side scroller RPG.
The one that came out today, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been had my eye on that game, bro.
Hold on, there's another game that's supposed to be on my fucking list. That's a lot of shit I'm actually gonna be picking up tomorrow.
So you guys in the chat, y'all support that goddamn game. Support them devs, man. Indie titles.
Support the devs. Do you see? This is it's a 4K video, but it's 1080p. Okay, I just activated 4K. Okay? Do y'all see this? Y'all have to see what I'm talking about, bro. Okay, bro. I legit just activated. Trying to get to it. You know, YouTube.
Man, that game looks trizash.
Oh, that's Phil Spencer.
Jeez.
I'm trying to
Hey, yo,
order
Jay.
something before.
Hey, yo, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Champion Wave said JayTech never looks at the chat. He just the chat just exists. Yeah.
The chat. No. I'm looking at the chat. Who said that? Fucking Champion Wave. What's going on, bro? I like that profile picture. So I do have the video in 4K right now. I just want to make sure y'all know that it is in 4K. There's no trickery here. We're not gonna like blindside them on that. It is in 4K and it did not make a difference. And it is in the highest level of 4K. It's in 2160p. So it doesn't really matter if the game is in 4K or not. I think when they got down here, that's when I wanted to pause. But the whole thing is... Sorry guys, it's an advertisement on this. Oh, it's Rad Brad's video. Of course he put advertisement. Okay, back to the show. So let's I can't really see where I'm going with this. There it is. This is what I want. Okay. So, because Xbox fans do it all the time, but in the way that they do it, scam motherfucker just tried to call me with a 000 number. Like a whole bunch of zeros just tried to call my fucking. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. Bro, okay, so Xbox fans do this trick all the time where they move the resolution all the way down, and then they get a shitty picture for a PlayStation exclusive game, then they post the picture on Twitter, and then make it seem like the game looks bad. We did literally the opposite, and the game still looks bad. It's sitting at 2160p 4K, and it still looks like complete ass. There's missing textures, and that's not the art style, that's them. We know what teeth look like. You can put a little bit of fucking polish on that shit. Like, there's no, bro. There's no excuse. I can't take any. I don't fucking.
Hey yo, somebody in the chat, bro. This Godwin fella.
Game looks fine. I don't know why y'all bitching about graphics. It's 2021, bitch.
It's a certain standard that needs to be available.
Exactly, bro. It's 2021. You guys have the world's most powerful console. This game is not showing off 12 teraflops. As simple as that. Tell me how this game shows off 12 teraflops, and I'll shut up right now. Let me know. Let me know how this game shows off 12 teraflops. I see you. I see everybody in the chat right now. I know sometimes I don't be talking to the chat, but thank you guys for being here, and I see you. Kevin Mack, Jay, you're talking out of your ass because you don't know shit about the game. I don't care about the game.
We don't have to know shit
about the game. Bro, this is a sequel of one of the most prestigious games of this particular kind. You expect the visuals to look on level with Ratchet and Clank. Right? If you got 12 teraflops, don't you expect the visuals to look better than this? This is 4K, motherfucker. It's not only any type of 4K, it's 4K 2160p. What's going on, bro? Can you tell me why Psychonauts looks like it doesn't take advantage of the 12 teraflops that the Xbox Series X has?
The art style.
Okay, outside of the art style, I pushed the resolution of this video all the way to 2160p. You can have this art style and then put detail on it. Ratchet and Clank proved that. Again, why? You can have any art style you want and add detail.
I'm gonna ask you, man. Yep. Honestly, it's a legend game. They just gave upgrades to it. Every console running the backwards compatibility mode except for the 1 and the 1X.
Yeah, but guess what? This guy is playing it on the 1X. I mean the Xbox Series X. He's playing it. This is
Rad. Is trash.
Yeah, this is Rad Brad. He played an hour of the game on the Xbox Series X.
If anybody can say the game is trash, I can say it's trash. I played part 1 and I have the VR. The game is trash. It's no different from part 1. It's the same graphics. Come on, man. Yo, you know it's a game that's really good. You know it's a game that's really good. And needs an update. Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh.
That game's actually pretty good.
Which one you talking about? You talking about when they put it in 3D? Cause that. Hey, bro. Hold on, bro. You got my fucking brain spinning around over here. What if I compare Plants vs. Zombies to that, and it looks better. What do I do then? They both have a similar wacky art style. Should I do that? I think I should do that. I think it's fair.
You know what's another game is fair actually?
What?
Ukulele.
You breaking up? I don't know where you at. What you say?
I said ukulele, bro.
Ukulele. Oh yeah, ukulele. Yeah, I don't have that game. I have the game inside of another game.
And Oddworld.
Bro, the one that they gave us, I played that. I don't think we want to compare that art style. It looks just. But you know what? You got a good point. Never mind. You got a good point. Let me make sure that these games are in my list.
Oh, does Oddworld look bad? The graphics?
Hell no.
No, it looks fucking crazy good.
It's 1442. That's the crazy thing.
I thought so. I was like, that game looking. I remember it looking pretty good when I what I've seen. Graphics.
You're correct.
And to you, Godwin and Kevin Mack, we're just talking about the graphics, not the gameplay, bro.
Yeah, we're not talking about the gameplay. The gameplay looks like generic as shit, bro. That's just a normal PS2 title.
Worse.
Yeah.
The gameplay, that shit. The games I listed just now are all indie games. I mean, give no shade. I use Plants vs. Zombies. I remember Xbox marketed the first game.
I shit on everybody right now. Let me go boot up Astrobot real quick. I shit on everybody right now. Nah, fuck out of here. Talking about art style and shit. Fuck out of here. Art style. That's why it doesn't look good. Art style. It's supposed to look this shitty. Like, that's literally what you guys are saying. When you use art style as an excuse to why people are looking at the game in a weird way in 2021 on an Xbox Series X where it runs better than any other platform, it is not supposed to look that good.
Y'all niggas just capping for the game because it's going to Game Pass, but they just don't even try me.
Well, I mean, no, that's the thing. Game Pass not once came up on the people that was defending it on Twitter. But I did ask them, are you going to pay $60 for it? And that's when they didn't want to reply. Because they're not paying $60 for that shit.
Yep, sounds about right.
They're not paying $60 for that shit, bro. Oh no. So. Let me go to the CPU jungle.
I'm on the bus right now. Some crackhead just rolled up to the window and started flicking his hole.
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. Because it's New York.
Hey, yo, this dude been way so hard, bro. This nigga said that Ratchet and Clank looks like a PS2 title.
Oh!
Out of here.
Do not make... Bro, don't make... Bro, you gonna make me... Don't make me start up that game, bro. Do not make me start that fucking game. I'm about to shit right on you, man.
Yo.
Goodness.
Oh, you said Ratchet and Clank.
Well, okay, but this is a unique art style, right? They have their own little art style in Astrobot. It still looks better though. Please, just come on, man. You know it looked better. It's crisper. Reflections are there. Like, come on, bro.
I can respect that, bro. But we know that the game does not graphically look good. Art style aside, bro.
Yo, Jay, what the fuck is that?
Bro, I've played a lot of fun games, but you guys say they look like shit.
Where's Adam?
Oh, Adam got lost in the woods, bro. We've been trying to find him, but he got lost.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him.
Yeah, we haven't heard. I think he went in there looking for a Game Pass card, and Phil Spencer captured him again. So,
again.
Yeah, again.
Yo, what's that static, man? You hear that?
That is Spartan.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's on an old-fashioned TV show.
Oh yeah.
They call him Static God now, not Spartan.
Going on with Psychonauts.
I was just wondering why they couldn't add a little bit more detail. I know they have a unique art style, but like nobody would accept that excuse from Ratchet and Clank. They would have tore it apart. We all know that, right?
Oh, is this a AAA game?
Well, it's Microsoft funded. And they refused to give the PlayStation community a PS5 version. They made it so that the Xbox Series X and S has higher resolution than the PS5 version.
No problem. I'll just pirate it on PC for free. That works.
Yeah, there you go. I was just wondering, do you believe that that's a proper defense, that the art style is unique, so don't attack the game? They attack our games for our unique art style.
I don't even defend that shit for the PlayStation game, so no, I'm not gonna defend this one.
There you go, bro. So, what else? I played Ratchet and Clank on PS2 and on PS4. It's the same, but the graphics are crazy now. Of course, yeah, the gameplay is always going to be the same because you're not going to change up the gameplay. That's the easy part of making continuing a series. You get to boost the resolution. You get to boost the visuals.
Wait a minute. What the fuck are you talking about is the same? The gameplay?
I guess he's talking about the gameplay. I guess.
I'm about to say, what the fuck is the same?
Yeah.
Nothing at all is the same.
Yeah, I guess he's talking about the gameplay. But Ratchet and Clank don't even look like he does on a PS2. So I'll be honest with that. He got a completely, he looked completely different from PS2 to PS3. And from PS3 to PS4, they changed his model again. Actually, they tried to change his model 2 times on a PS3 to that kitty model, and then nobody liked that shit, so they changed it. They gave him another type of look. So,
well, they stopped the sexual innuendos too in the title.
Yeah. They really made it like really PG. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, Astrobot looks better than fucking Psychonauts. You know, look, they didn't have to do detail on this game. It's just a tech demo for the controller, right? Or it's a demonstration for your controller to let you feel everything, and
that's just how good the studio is. Yeah,
but exactly, that's how good the studio is. The water don't have to look this way. You don't have to have splashing and ripples. You don't have to have that. They did it anyway. The grass is always moving. The leaves are always moving. When I move through them, you see the shit moving. They didn't have to do that. Do you see that? They didn't have to do that. You can interact with literally everything on this fucking game. None of that had to happen. You should give a fuck about what your product looks like. Tim Schafer hasn't gave a fuck about his work for a long time because he thinks that everybody gonna buy that shit. So, you know, maybe PlayStation fans will just buy that shit. I hope they don't.
He's an ancient PC developer from way back in the day.
Exactly. Nobody wants to say that though.
I feel like they bought him for the name more than what he actually does. But if this game's good, then, you know, more power to it. It's
the last game was high 80s. Metacritic told me it was nominated, but then I went back and looked, and if it was nominated, it wasn't. Actually, there was a different library of games that were nominated, and God of War was the winner of the 2005 Game of the Year. So Psychonauts was not nominated for the 2005 Game of the Year, the main show. It was nominated for a Game of the Year somewhere. Somebody gave it a nomination, but it never won any award. So for Windows Central to post about it being a contender this year of all years, if Horizon can manage to come out without a delay, with Kenna floating around, Fist, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, and all the other multi-platform games like Tales of Arise and Scarlet Nexus, I just don't see it. Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo. It's a packed year when you think about it.
More importantly, Stray.
Stray? You know?
Bro, I'm going to tell you something. It don't matter if you pack, bro. Remember, I'll tell you, inflation is real. If you have too much of the same games, people are going to choose one over the other.
Mm-hmm.
And games will fall off. So, it don't matter if it's stacked, bro. That don't mean shit. Like, if you stack, okay. But how many of the games are going to sell all at once? People spent a lot of money last year on gaming because they were all home. Now people are outside more, right? So I don't know if it's going to do like it did last year. I really don't know. I want to do this bitch, man.
I think he's a passionate PlayStation fan, Gregory.
Can I show something? Which shooter you think is gonna take it this year? Call of Duty, Battlefield, or Halo?
Definitely not Halo. I'm gonna go with Battlefield.
Yeah, I think I might go with Battlefield, but I wish I could see what Call of Duty looks like. That's another pattern. Spartan, you know when they show Call of Duty, they're gonna show it on a PlayStation stage. They have not talked about Call of Duty, so it's definitely August. It's definitely August because it's getting too close. You know, they gotta show that shit off in August at the PlayStation event. And I was also noticing one thing before I go and play Ratchet and Clank and just show the untold amount of detail for a game with a unique art style. You know, we could say a more realistic game like Spider-Man is unfair to compare to Psychonauts, but I think it's all fair in games when it comes to games like Astro Bot and Ratchet and Clank, because they have their quote-unquote unique art style that Xbox fans attacked multiple times for being kiddie and shitty. So, you know, I'm just being sarcastic. It sounds like I'm being serious, but I'm just being sarcastic. I played all types of art style titles. Really, I do. I play kid games. I play adult games, teenager games, mature games. I play all types of games. I have all types of games. But Xbox fans make it their fucking goal to attack PlayStation games that do not look like Last of Us or God of War all the time. Even Last of Us, they attack.
I mean, you can't really do that when Ratchet and Clank looks nothing like them, but it looks fucking better than them. That looks like a real movie. The Last of Us looks like an interactive movie. The first game did, but Ratchet and Clank is a showpiece for the PS5, bro. I'm telling you, they can't attack much longer.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Every month that goes by, we're getting a bigger, better looking game. The excuses of art style should never even be an excuse. You got 12 teraflops. Things are not supposed to look like that anymore.
That doesn't even make sense. It's not the art style. It's like, why is it lacking so many polygons compared to other games? It's clearly not.
There you go.
The same graphical horsepower.
I told y'all about it. The teraflops is not the thing, right? I told y'all when you stream in data and assets, the problem is RAM split that the Xbox has. Its bandwidth is high as fuck, so they can push resolution. That's not the problem. The RAM split, the 10 gigs and 600, the SSD cannot stream and shit because it's not being taken advantage of. So the texture quality of this shit is going to be trash. PS5 doesn't have that issue. They have 13 gigs at 448 as unified RAM. Remember how the 360 used to have better looking games in PS3? Why? Because they had unified RAM. Then they fixed it with PS4. They continued with PS5. Sorry I'm loud, I'm outside.
All right, take your time.
The PS5 has unified RAM, so even though it's them 3 gigs for the OS and shit, that's not taking 448.
Why did that make me hungry?
You know, I got McDonald's.
Oh shit, nice going, man.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. And bitches so clever. So yeah. So people gotta remember, you're gonna see them 12 teraflops, bro. I'm gonna tell you something.
I just learned like 24 workouts. Yeah, I know.
Do you know how much work it is to take full advantage of the Xbox? Notice they've never done it. Actually, they have Halo 3, I believe, Halo 4. Took full advantage. There's never been a game that takes full advantage of the Xbox besides Halo 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, I was
just thinking, look, Combat Evolved still had headroom on the original Xbox. So if that had headroom, and Halo 3 and 4 was the only games to showcase, and those shits look fantastic, look better than Infinite in a lot of ways. If they are the only 2 games, and there's been 4 Xbox generations, what makes y'all think any of these games are going to? Hellblade probably will look good, of course, because of Ninja Theory, but nothing's going to take full advantage of Xbox. They have too much to take advantage of. And you don't need all of that to run them games. Like right now, you're seeing last gen games that can run at 120 frames per second without all of the power. The bigger and more games, the I/O setup, the SSD, is going to play more part than that GPU. And I'm telling y'all niggas didn't believe me when I told y'all in 2017 this gen would be battle for the CPUs. And look, that's exactly that. Don't believe all that turf bullshit, man. Oh, soon come.
Okay. Well, what I was about to say is I have found out one thing. Obviously, this PlayStation All Stars related. Not too long. It's weird that Sony was able to get Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy in their PlayStation Plus collection, as well as Call of Duty Black Ops 3 with the zombies. That's a big get. I had known it was in our collection, but I was like, oh my god, that's a big get. Remember, Sony was not on good terms with Activision during the PS3 generation, and now these motherfuckers are like husband and wife. So that's pretty dope. As you already saw, Crash Bandicoot made a guest appearance in Astrobot, which he was not allowed to do in a game like PlayStation All Stars. So again, I will reiterate, PlayStation's standing in the gaming industry is so good that they can get stuff like this so easily. It's really awesome. It really is awesome. It shows that people respect them and they know that their gamers have been doing a good job when it comes to buying shit. We don't have to support what is Psychonauts. You can wait for that game to go down in price, but I would not advise any PlayStation gamer to buy that game since they fucked over the PS5 version.
How much is that game?
$60.
$60 across the board.
That is completely overpriced. Okay.
Yeah,
It
I
is
know.
completely overpriced.
I know.
But then again, they said Oddworld was too much for $70, even though that shit is a giant ass world with heavy detail. There's so much going on in the background.
Oh, that game
What?
was 50. I'm gonna look that up.
I thought
believe it
you
was
talk
70.
about
Oddworld was
Oddworld, Abe's the Abe
You're
game?
the one
Oh,
that just
one.
came out.
Yeah.
Wasn't that $70?
Maybe
Yeah.
like the special edition. Let me see.
I would have to go.
Yeah, I think that was $70. I remember they dissed that and said that was too much.
No, it's a $50
See, it is
game.
50.
Oh, it was 50?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
it
heard
might
that
be
was
some-
What
much.
game? I
Like
think
the
they.
nerd
I think
edition,
they
I
were
guess.
trying to bitch. They was trying to bitch a Destruction All
Oh, I
Stars,
got me an
which
African
ended
chick,
up
yo.
being a $20 game. So Oddworld is a $50 game, cheaper than motherfucking whatever that Psychonauts is, and then Destruction All Stars went all the way down to 20 because people were bitching about the $70 price point. Kenna is a $40 game. Fist is a 30-something game. Like literally, we have better looking games than Psychonauts, and they are cheaper in price. Do you guys understand what's going on now? And they are taking advantage of the PS5. That one's not.
No. Actually, no. Believe it or not, there's a lot of them that are not. You know, the backwards compatibility program is better on Xbox.
No, I'm talking about Kenna.
Psychonauts?
I'm talking about Oddworld. I'm talking about those games.
They're
Destruction
not even
All
taking
Stars.
advantage of them. They're not even taking
These are okay. Let me put it this way. Let you getting technical. They're PS5 games. They're going to be running at 60 frames per second, above the resolution that they're doing for Oddworld. They're doing for Psychonauts on PS5. So as you know, if you don't know, I put it in the red alerts. Psychonauts on PlayStation 5 is running on the backwards compatibility mode. The only boost that we're getting is 60 frames. We're not going to have better resolution than the Xbox Series S or X. They did that shit on purpose. I'm letting the PlayStation fans know, don't pick that game up until they fix the problem. If they never fix the problem, don't pick it up. We don't have to support that game. That's their game. Xbox fans should have to support that game. However,
they are not buying that.
It is going to be very interesting because that game comes out the day after Kenna, and I want to see what the sales split is going to be for that game. I want to see if Kenna tops the charts in the UK above Psychonauts. I am interested in that face-off. $60 game versus a $40 game. A new IP versus an existing IP.
I think it will because it has that prestige to it, that look, you know, of a PlayStation exclusive. So
Yeah.
I think it will.
I mean, who the fuck ain't buying it for $40? I haven't been able to find anybody bitch about that price. That, you know, because obviously you can't justify Psychonauts for $60. So I better not see you say shit about Kenna for $40. $20 cheaper. And I would say Kenna has its own unique art style. It's not completely realistic, but look at the amount of detail and love that they put into that game.
That quality looks AAA. That's a big difference.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not AAA.
Microsoft has more money than Sony. Xbox Series X has more teraflops than a PS5. Why the Psychonauts look like that? Xbox fans tell me all the time, oh, Sony's going bankrupt, Microsoft has more money. Haha, we got more teraflops. All of this, all of that, and Psychonauts still looks like dog shit. Come on, explain, make sense to me.
They don't care about gaming. That's all it really boils down to. They don't really care about the gaming. They don't care about the industry, the gaming, the gamers rather. Like it's that's a trickle down effect to the devs, and the devs, they're probably not as passionate as nowhere near as passionate as people in Sony. So it's just a trickle down effect from the top to the bottom. Simple as that, in my opinion.
Can I show
If
something?
they cared, it would show. You know?
Can I show something? Do you even have faith in Xbox to do a better versions of any of their old games? Because honestly, I think there's two games Xbox really treated like royalty recently. Gears of War 5 and Forza Horizon 5. Other than that, I don't see any other games taking full advantage of Xbox. Even those are not. What you see is 4K native, dynamic, 120 frames on Xbox Series X. It is. Even though it doesn't stay at either of those resolution or frame rate, it's achievable.
Let's look at this art style. This is sponsored by my boy Spartan God.
Which game?
Plants vs. Zombies.
That actually is sponsored by me.
Let me see.
He's telling the truth, actually, y'all.
So here we go. Art style, right? Art style? Art style. That's the key word. That's the word of the fucking week. Art style.
That's the word of the generation.
So because of an art style, a game is not supposed to have detail. It's not supposed to look good. We already know this game looks better than motherfucking Psychonauts 2. We know it. But why? This is a PS4, Xbox One generation game. This came out years ago.
The first year, actually 2014, it came out.
So I need to understand why, though.
Hey, that's the same excuse they use for Sea of Thieves too, isn't it?
Exactly. Art style. It's supposed to look that way.
Fuck out of here.
I think there was something I heard where they were going to get a lot more games like that. I think I believe that shit. I don't think they should expect the most graphically demanding games from Microsoft. Nope. Don't expect the most graphically demanding game from Microsoft. It's not gonna fucking happen. I just need to understand like the art style though. You know? The art style. Can somebody explain it to me? Why this game looks better than Psychonauts 2? I'm looking at the chat. Sign K88, what's going on? Verge Brizzle, Godwin is still in here. OC Reed, what's going on? Watch Digital Foundry do a Psychonauts 2 praising Xbox Series X version. They better, because the Xbox Series X version is better than the PS5 version. Because they don't have a PS5 version. It runs on a PS5 in backwards compatibility mode for the PS4. We basically just getting a PS4. What's going on, Juan? Kevin Mack, what's going on? Psychonauts 2 was deep in development before Microsoft bought Double Fine. And they were gonna put out a product like that. there are tons of fucking games that have unique art styles and they still have better detail. That makes no fucking sense. Like, it makes no fucking sense to me. There's indie developers that put more love and care into their games than Psychonauts 2.
Yo, for real, man. Like, what the hell is going on over there at Xbox?
Like, that makes no sense. If it was gonna look like that, you should have told them to wait. I don't think anybody felt that they needed that game this year. Who was begging for Psychonauts 2 this year?
You.
Besides me. Was anybody else begging for the game?
Somatic.
Besides Somatic. Anybody else?
I'll be honest, I had no clue that was releasing this year.
Well, no, it wouldn't be horrible.
You know what's so fucked up about this whole situation?
We're
talking about it, right? And the game that really comes out we need to be talking about is Flight Simulator, which comes out next week.
Good Django.
But of course we're not talking about that, because if we talk about that, we will show off how inferior the Xbox Series X is to the PC, which we already know.
How much are they charging for that?
Game Pass.
Well, what's the retail price?
I can go look for you, but...
Okay, I'll Google it, don't worry about it.
Oh boy. Yeah, I dread doing it because Psychonauts, they didn't want to come up with a price because it's not available for pre-order. They knew the price would scare people away. I guarantee you, when people look at the game and they see the price, they're going like, nah.
It's a $60 game for the standard edition.
Oh, for a Flight?
Yeah. Deluxe edition's $89.99, and then you got the premium deluxe, it's $119.99.
Let me see. Start here. Okay, let me save this. I'm gonna save
Wait a
this.
fucking minute. Oh, wait. I know I ain't just here. Out of this man's mouth, they have editions for that game?
Yup, that's a microtransaction fest.
Okay.
Yeah, Flight Simulator has a lot of...
I hear $89.99 and $119. That's correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck all that, bro. That's a Flight Simulator, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, it's an Xbox game, so they gotta have to support it.
This nigga JaytechTV in, aren't you?
I ain't...
Nigga lying, bro. Like, I know you eating something.
Ain't shit, bro. Come on. I don't know shit. So, let me just go, where's my fucking phone at, bro, so I can get this shit down packed.
Your phone should always be at least 5 inches away from your hand.
How old is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare?
The first one? 7 years.
Plants vs. Zombies
7 years.
Garden Warfare is 7 years old.
Okay, Google told me it's 7 years old, but not Spartan.
I just said it.
No. Google told me first.
If you were on the audio, Spartan was first.
No. Let me see. Oh, okay.
I told you it was 2014 game.
I'm about to get like crucified online, but I don't care.
Crucified by who?
By the Xbox community trying to defend this game.
And they can put their hands on you?
And
they can't put their hands on you, so fuck all that.
Has a better art style.
Not unless he goes to Texas.
You know what's... Oh yeah, then they would. Some niggas will hunt you now.
Yeah, bro.
You know the funny thing is? Plants vs. Zombies, the reason why I gave you that game is because who marketed it, both of them, was Microsoft.
Yeah, but they got that. Remember, they got that timed exclusivity first. First, it was a PC exclusive. Then they was able to get it first, and then it came to PlayStation.
Yeah, and then the first one, and then the second one came both same time. So that's why
they didn't buy the first one. That's why they didn't buy the first one.
Did they buy any of them?
Nah, bro. I think it was when they finally came to
well.
the Switch gave it a big sales boost. Again, because of that type of art style that they do like. So it's all very good.
That shit was kind of whack, though. Like, the second one, the first game was better. Plants vs. Zombies, the first game was better. I can say that. The first game was definitely miles better. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Let me just see if I can piss off.
They just made one. You know what else you think, Jay? I thought they made Plants vs. Zombies just so they could have one launch day and date on PlayStation. That's what I think it was. So honestly, that game was that shit sucked compared to the first game. And I don't even like them games, but actually, I had fun with that shit. Plants vs. Zombies, it was actually fun. The first game.
I mean, I can say the same thing about Crash Bandicoot. A pretty basic game remade, it still looks better.
Oh,
they put detail where they needed to put it, and it still has this unique art style. And art style should not be an excuse for adding detail or not adding detail. That should never be a fucking excuse. Like, that makes absolutely no fucking sense. I got a lot of fucking games paused. So I'm about to go pause them up. Oh, that one's already going to Twitter. Let me see what we got. Plants vs. Zombies.
Jay, I would say actually that's not always true, but then I thought about it. Like a game like Middle or Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, those games are supposed to be dark and grim, right? But then again, I was about to say those games don't really need looks, but then I thought about Demon Souls and was like, oh yeah, let me not say nothing. Because that shit has a lot of detail. And it's a dark game, and you saw on PS3, it wasn't a lot of colors. That shit's pretty as a motherfucker on PS5.
Yeah, man.
So
I saw the documentary or the behind the scenes. Nice. It was really, really nice, and it was like, bro, they really couldn't do a lot with the PS3. They made the game the way they made it because they couldn't do this and they couldn't do that. Blue Point came over and they were able to do a lot with the PS5, and they did it. They did every damn thing they wanted to do. You call yourself a Souls fan, that's the game you should be playing. Looked like we might have had a troll.
They got enough of Gary.
Let me see what's going on with Gary. Then you seriously need to grow up. What up? You telling me to grow up, but I'm playing kid games?
No, he's talking to Nick.
Oh, I don't need to prove anything.
It's in chat beef.
So what? Oh, I'm about to say, I don't know. Jump in there and drop kick you on your eyebrow because I can. Let me see what.
Oh, I forgot. Carney told me Gary was still in here to basically talk to him if you're going to talk shit about him. That was like almost 2 weeks ago, but I forgot about it.
What up? Gary was in here to do what?
Remember, he was the one that told us Carney was talking shit, but Carney really wasn't talking shit. And then I told Carney, and he told me to tell Gary that.
Oh, okay. I apologize, Carney. But like I said, it goes for anybody. If you say anything bad about me, you got something. I mean, you hop on the show.
I'm telling you, this nigga eating, bro.
I'm not eating, man.
Who believes that shit?
I know if I was eating, okay? That's probably Sam over there eating.
Somebody like me, right? I won't talk shit about somebody in general. But if I want to diss you, like if I'm got something to say about you, I'll make sure you're here first. Like, if you're not here, I'm not going to say anything because why? Why would I say anything?
Why didn't they just make that game free to play though?
Or me to do something
like
that
microtransactions.
Anyway.
Like,
yeah, that shit is weird to talk about somebody when they're not here, and then when it is, like you got nothing to say because you said it already. I'm not like that, bro.
I'm here at least 2 to 3 hours a day, and then I go to work. Really, not that much.
I just got a haircut. I'm looking extra sexy. When I go to work tomorrow, bro, I gotta back this girl because her birthday was Monday, and.
Yeah, that's right. Not even a game.
Damn.
How many fucking games do I got though? Damn, I got too many fucking games, don't I? I'm pretty sure I'm over 170 now. Yeah, I'm over 100.
On PS5, nigga?
No, on an external hard drive for PS4 titles. I'm over 170, 170.
When are we
games.
getting the PS5 externals?
God. I mean, they have them, but they're not compatible. Yeah.
Bro, they have them shits, bro. They just want you to buy their shit for now. That's what it is, bro. They had shit that was compatible, but still, nothing is fast as their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's correct.
Oh, so you can use them right now. It won't break the system or anything?
No. You just.
But I'm not sure if you can play games off of them.
You can.
Yeah.
External hard drive.
All you
gotta do is copy it. You gotta copy it onto the console.
That's what I was telling Sam. It's like even the SSD external hard drives, you can't play PS5 games off of them. I need them to see if they can fix that.
Okay.
It's been way too damn long, man. It's just I'm tired of deleting stuff.
Yeah.
Why? You play everything?
You must have a big game, or like maybe 1 or 2 big games.
Let's see that shit till you finish. Not for it. Well.
No, you know what happened? I was downloading Warzone because a friend of mine wanted to play it, so the stupid thing told me I had to delete a bunch of shit when I really didn't.
Yeah, you did. Cause that's
Final Fantasy was goddamn like 70 gigs, man. Like
but hold on, bro. In total, Final Fantasy is about 90 gigs after you put in the DLC for Luffy, and then and Call of Duty is over 100 gigs. So they're telling you gotta delete certain things, but they really got all these other updates that is gonna keep popping up. And then you have to update them.
Call of Duty itself is like past 200 GBs after all those stupid updates.
Yeah. It's so fucking stupid, man.
No, it's not.
I blame all that on Spartan, man. Yeah, man. Fucking on board.
Do you know why Activision just focuses on Warzone now? It's one game that can just add shit to and take more of your shit. Remember, you know when like Sony and Microsoft said they built the shit for the devs, right? They're not just talking about, power and shit. They're talking about ways to make money. So what's the perfect way to make money? Storage. If you sell so much games and your storage is full, you're gonna have to buy more storage. Apple. That's how they're gonna do it. That's why certain devs are not using compression tech. And notice the companies that's partnered with Sony, mainly Activision, are not doing compression tech. Resident Evil 8 uses it, yes, but it's still large as fuck. Even though that game has detail, yes, but Ratchet & Clank has more detail and is less than it. So that should tell you something. Something's not right.
Yeah, I know Arcane. I think Arcane's the ones that's doing Deathloop. They really were bragging about the compression technique.
And the controller, I heard.
And it was I think they got it all the way down to 17 gigs for Deathloop, which looks like it should be a lot more than 17 gigs. Like, come on, bro, 17 gigs for a PS5 game? Like, that's less gigs than a PS4 or PS3 game.
Yo, just think about it, bro. They probably wish they were owned by Sony, bro. Like,
I know, man. But they didn't have a choice because they brought out their parent. When they brought out their parent,
they could leave. They could leave though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they could leave.
They can leave and join Sony. They can. But here's the thing.
Don't be surprised if some of that shit happened though. We saw that happen a lot with Haven. They said a lot of Adam pointed it out that a lot of people from Ubisoft in Montreal are leaving Ubisoft to work for Haven because of the sexual harassment bullshit going on. The same shit could happen in Microsoft. I mean, look at what happened with
Quantum Dream?
No, not Quantum Dream. Initiative.
Okay.
The Initiative guy, he left them to go back to Insomniac. Yeah.
He looks happier than ever now.
He looks really happy. Like, you barely even saw him. Even this was even before his brother died. You barely even saw him post anything on social media, any smiles.
His brother died?
Yeah, his brother died.
What's the excuse he gave?
That's how you remember that?
Yeah, I remember because that was a big excuse of why he left. But before his brother died, he was not on social media smiling or posting pictures or anything, bro. He don't seem like he had fun over there.
So he left a studio that's doing nothing right now. So go back to a studio that's working mad hard that what kind of can cause stress.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like other bullshit to me. He didn't leave his brother die. He wanted to go and have fucking fun and make games that are fun.
I can't say nobody died because I don't know.
I know,
But that's what's public.
I don't believe that shit. He left because his brother
That's
died.
what he said. No, you know what? I don't think he left because his brother died. I know his brother died, but he wanted to leave anyway.
Yep.
He was thinking about that shit for a long ass time. He's like, man, what they're doing over there is fun.
I read that project is a mess. They didn't have any really it's like Everwild. There was really no plan what the game was supposed to really be about. Gameplay was.
You mean that game's like 4 years away?
Perfect Dark F.
I doubt it.
Dark Cloud. Perfect Dark. Because they only showed us cinematics. They didn't show no gameplay. They won't have any concept art for us.
Wait a minute. They still shit. That's 4 years away. I thought Phil said he don't want to do that.
Back now.
Got scrapped.
So he lied to me again.
You're always lying to you, man.
Yo, what you eating, bro?
I ain't eating shit, man.
What this nigga's eating, bro? I'm eating McDonald's.
Jay over there eating them honey grams.
No, man, I don't believe in honey grams.
Well, they got golden grams, no golden crisp, no shit. Hey, what's those like cinnamon cereal, bro? I forget.
Cinnamon toast brunch.
Oh.
Cinnamon toast crunch?
No, not those. The ones in the yellow box. No, not the honeycombs. I think it's honeygram. Yeah.
Golden grams. Golden.
That's a road to diabetes with that cereal. Okay.
Hey, he said no.
Sugar in a box.
Oh god. Let's read some news. It looks like they said the Nintendo system. They said the Nintendo system and Xbox systems go up in sales in the UK sales chart. So they said Xbox Series S and X and Nintendo Switch sales improve in June UK sales chart, but the PS5 remains king in the bumper week for the console and accessory sales. So basically, they have a title, but the subtitle is important because the PS5 is still king. So, I don't even know. Why is the media trying so hard? Like, why are they trying so fucking hard, bro? Let's cover the game sales chart in the whole month of June. And this is as classic as it gets for UK. The first game is FIFA 21.
Oh, yeah.
Second game, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Third, again, don't get classicer than that, Grand Theft Auto 5. Fourth, NBA 2K21. Fifth, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Yep.
Sixth, Mario Golf. Seventh, again, classic shit, Red Dead Redemption 2. 8, not getting more classic than that, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Far Cry 5. Resident Evil Village. Spider-Man Miles Morales is sitting at number 11. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege at number 12. Excuse me, let me drink something. I'm not eating anything now. You got Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, number 13. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, number 14. Animal Crossing, number 15. You got PGA Tour 2K21. I didn't even know they made fucking golf. That's number 16. Oh, in the grand scheme of things, that don't look too good. Scarlet Nexus is sitting at number 17. Now, I know the week sales, we measured it sitting at a number 5 for the UK. But in the grand scheme of things for the month of June, it's sitting at number 17. Metro Last Light Redux.
Surprise, bro, because it's a JRPG.
Yeah, but I mean, some JRPGs hit high, like Final Fantasy. Minecraft is number 20. Minecraft Switch Edition is number 19, and then Metro Last Light Redux is number 18. So, Soccer and Ratchet and Clank are number 1 and 2. Grand Theft Auto, NBA 2K, Call of Duty. The classic casual we're always gonna buy these games are still in the top 10.
Until we die, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like Resident Evil, Assassin's Creed, Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, basketball, soccer. Like, come on, Call of Duty, come on. Yeah. I told y'all these are the casual shit. Casuals run the world when it comes to the gaming industry. They will always buy these games. These games will always be high. But again, the funny thing about this is that Ratchet and Clank was managed to get the number 2 spot in the UK behind a soccer game. Like, that is a big victory when you think about it. Again, the only exclusives on the list out of 20 are Insomniac. That's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Ratchet and Clank, carrying the whole fucking generation for PlayStation. They need a raise.
Like, guys, y'all know how hard it is to find a fellow fucking gamer in person? To meet somebody who's a gamer, bro? Like me? It's just hard, bro.
Oh, like you. Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's just tough,
I thought you were
bro.
talking about, like, gamer. Like,
that shit tough, bro. Like, all you hear, like I met this one damn kid recently. He was like, you got a PS5? I was like, yeah. He was like, what games you play? I was like, a lot. Different shit.
Hey, you're smart ass. Okay.
I was like, not your typical kind of game, right? And he was like, and guess what he asked, guys? You play Fortnite? You play Grand Theft Auto? Man, fuck
yeah,
out here, bro.
There you go. Those are classics. That's the classic. Do you play Madden, Call of Duty,
Yo,
Need for Speed?
He was like 17 or 18, right? Yo, when I tell you, man, these damn kids these days ain't got no class when it comes to gaming no more.
No, they're frauds.
Yeah,
they're all posers and frauds.
Mm-hmm. You remember that one phase when people were playing games on their cell phones, like when that first really was a thing, and they were calling themselves gamers? Like, now I'm seeing, like, bro, like I told you, I saw this porn star on my recommended. Okay, she was a porn star. She made a gaming PC, or somebody made a gaming PC for her. She's, sitting in a nice gaming chair. She got the PC behind her. The whole I'm a gamer setup type of shit that people got now. But she ain't a gamer, bro. She's still talking about porn. Like, you can have a shirt that says gamer and not be a gamer, bro. But people that don't know any better will say, "Oh, that's a gamer."
They're like, hey, what's your trophy
we're gonna put this in the red alerts. Well, Henry put it in the red alerts, but I'm a classify it as a rumor. Hollywood director Neil Blomkamp joins Gunzilla Games. I want to know if they talking about Guerrilla Games, but I guess they said Gunzilla Games, working on an unannounced PS5 multiplayer shooter. This is coming from PSU. PSU has burnt me a lot in the past with their false news reports to get clicks. So I don't know who Gunzilla Games is, but I think they were talking about Guerrilla Games. But I'm just gonna, I guess it is somebody called. Does anybody know who Gunzilla Games is? Supposed to be making an unannounced PS5 multiplayer shooter. I'm pretty sure they're being sarcastic and they meant to say Guerrilla Games.
Gunzilla Games is a software company from Frankfurt, Germany.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. That tracks.
They got a Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, this is big news. Outside of PS, yeah. District 9 director.
Yeah, right.
District 9 director joins Gunzilla Games as a chief something to make a PS5 game. Okay.
So I got more info. They raised $25 million to make AAA games. It was started by former Crytek Kiv studio leader Alex Vol.
Oh shit.
It's another brand new studio.
So this is a fucking man, PlayStation really making those partnerships. Oh.
More cultivation.
There you go. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Now, PSU by default is always going to say a game is on PlayStation because they're a PlayStation-centric website. But on other articles, they're not confirming what platform their game is on. So again, take that with a grain of salt. If it's a PlayStation exclusive, it could just be a game on PlayStation. We still need a little bit more news, but this is pretty interesting. I liked Elysium, and I actually did like District 9. I thought it was a pretty interesting movie. So yeah. Okay, everybody. We're wrapping up the show today. Nothing major when it comes to PlayStation news. Again, I could see them being quiet this week. I could see them starting to maybe give that announcement of they're going to have an event in August next week. They could wait until the first week that August is there, so they could say the following week is when we have the event. From what Adam said, from that pattern, they do announce it a week in advance for the major events. For State of Plays, they announce it 2 days in advance. So, again, they still got time to give out any straggler news announcements, anything you want to do, any game you want to hype up. I mean, this is the time. Put it on your YouTube channel, put it on your Twitter page, and just hype it up. But when it comes to the PlayStation event, I hope that PlayStation uses that time to talk about their biggest games and biggest projects that are coming.
What if they use it to announce more games coming to PC?
I actually want them to do that. Yeah, that's I want them to stop pussyfooting around with the PC. If you really want to go there, you need to make sure that you incorporate them into your events. Because PC fans are not going to buy your game if they know you don't really give a fuck about them. And right now, PlayStation does not give two fucks about PC. They're an afterthought.
Well played, sir.
When they start to care, they start to buy your games. Okay, everybody have a nice Tuesday. I hope today is good. Again, I'll leave you with an image of the world-renowned best game of all time, Psychonauts 2. Which again, is a 2160p image right here.
Oh no.
And it doesn't even help that. Yeah, it doesn't help the art style at all. Like, it doesn't do anything. Does this game even have ray tracing? Does it have ray tracing? Anybody know?
I don't know, man. I'm really trying to be nice to this game, but I mean, are graphics like this important at all when it comes to this shit? It doesn't seem like it.
No.
Yo, he looks like somebody like grabbed something and like washed his face away, and then like, okay, there we go, it's good now.
Like, this is a low budget ass game, yeah.
Like, his face like it's been like.
It's a low budget game, but they charging top price for it, so they want money for it. I want to know how many people are gonna be dumb enough to pay top price on PlayStation.
Unfortunately, you to buy Game Pass, it'll be like, well, you can just buy it for the rental fee, get you into the subscription lock.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can we change the name of that game from Psychonauts to Smearface? Can we do that, please?
That works.
Smearface 2. Oh yeah, that'll get him. Man.
Okay, that's the show today, people. I'll see y'all later. I am gonna go on out and try to make this money.